Excited to have you with us today as we go into God's limitless outdoors. Today, this is a first ever experience that you're going to be looking at for Shane and I. We're taking a jet boat up into some nasty country looking for those bucks and those bulls that very few people are willing to get in there and get after. We're in for an extreme hunt, and it was an extremely fun hunt as well. So I hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it, and enjoy this rugged beauty.
We are working our way up to a glassing knob here. I kid you not, this might be the very steepest chunk of ground I have ever been on. And it breaks about 1,000 feet up here, so it's not too bad. I think the most exciting thing is we're going to be coming down in the dark. And I just don't see anything going wrong with that. Nothing could go wrong with this trip. Man, we have a really good setup, really good, reliable duck commander boat. With extreme whitewater. We got something made to the bayou, and every time we pass somebody on the river, they look at us and they point, and they just got this fear and this dread, and they just know our carcasses are just going to be floating back down the river. Oh, one way or the other, I do not see us getting out of this one alive. It's sketchy. And no good handholds here. I got a good foothold there. You ready to
jump out of the way when you come sliding back down?
Oh, jeez.
Why are you?
Oh, that was easy.
Why are you way up there?
This is real hunting now.
Is it getting better up there?
Yeah, real good.
Good ledge?
Yeah, this is like whitetail hunting in Kansas.
Good deal. Okay, here I go.
All right. Oh, not very good handhold.
No.
Like you talked about. You got to get up to that up there.
We had come into this country with no idea what it was going to hold or if we could even hunt it. We were pleasantly surprised when we came over the first ridge, and we were immediately on a good mule deer buck.
They're right behind the rock to you.
Right there now.
What?
Right.
Yeah, right there, right in the rocks. Look on my screen.
Oh yeah.
That might be a good buck, I can't tell.
We got a couple deer right here.
I didn't catch my breath, man, that's bad.
Go back down around here.
boys. Oh, there's more deer. Yeah, no.
No.
It's a dainty little 4-point. Close.
We were quickly realizing that this hostile country was loaded with animals. It was extremely good habitat, and it wasn't 2 minutes after we saw this mule deer that I pulled up my binos and the hillside was crawling with elk.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's got to be a spike or raghorn in there. Looks like there's some. Can't see them yet. All right, we got about an hour before dark. You can see here we got a little 6-point feeding up in there's like 50 elk. We're gonna sneak in. I can hammer him. He's not that far. We're gonna go shoot this bull right now. Wish us luck. We are running out of light, and it's the first night in here, and these elk are right here. But I want to make a clean kill, and I want to capture it so you guys can all watch it. So we are gonna do what is really hard to do when you're elk hunting, and that is let opportunity slip by us. You can hear elk bugling in this basin. I just heard one chuckle, and there's just scats of them up here, and that is a really glorious sight. Me and Shane have wanted to hunt this country for a long time, and man, that is a really good first night. We passed up a great mule deer buck, and now there's elk everywhere. Oh, that's great.
Spots like this and animal densities like this are extremely rare, and the longer you hunt, the quicker you are at recognizing these special nights like this. So we decided just to enjoy the night, watch the elk, and as it got dark, we decided to head back to camp and get ready for the next day.
All right, we are headed up the mountain about half an hour before light, or an hour before light, about 45 minutes before shooting light. And we gotta dig up about 1,500 feet, so we're gonna start cranking. This bottom section is cliffy, as you saw last night. Right before we passed up that mule deer, we were scaling the cliff, so should be good. We'll see. 92 elk up here last night. I'm thinking we're gonna see some stuff today. Really fun. Just kind of like Wild Kingdom up here. It's in a nasty place, and man, you get into some amazing stuff when you're willing to push through a little bit of hardship and pressure. Let's see what we can turn up. Working our way up in here on these elk. Oh my God, they're about dead even with us on the other ridge. We're trying to wrap up ahead and get ahead of where they're bedding. Oh, we got a late start. So we're pounding up this hill. Incredible.
As we were working up the mountain, we were picking apart every little draw, looking in every nook and cranny, and we came out just perfect on these deer, and they had no idea we were here. And the hardest part about this whole hunt for us was the fact that we had all the time in the world. We had excellent video, and somehow the video didn't save on the camera of this deer, so we never actually got any video of him alive, even though we watched this setup for about 5 minutes before killing him. It was a real heartbreak, but still an amazing hunt.
Look at those forks, dude.
Huge.
Thank you, Lord, for that.
Get up there on that now with a big tree.
All right. We got a really good buck down, and we just peeked up over this ridge to watch the elk, and they're going right back where we saw them come out of their beds last night. We got mule deer up the hill. Shane's got a shed. The sun is coming up, and Shane was just saying that we are in one of the best spots we've ever been in our lives. And it's a spot like this that it's just, you can easily overlook how special of a moment this is right now. We got 100 elk over there, nice buck there, buck dead over here, sunrise, blue sky.
And there's a ridge right over there that's probably got vegetables on it.
And we just, sometimes you don't recognize these moments till they're past, so it's important to soak them in because this is a rare day. We've hunted a lot of days between the two of us, and this has got to be one of the top days of our lives right now. Beautiful. So cool to share it with everybody. Man, this place is like heaven. Look at this right here. There's another mule deer shed. Walking down to my buck. Great deer shed. Just a little chalky white one, but man, that's fun. Very cool. Crazy place.
Is this like the best day of your life?
Well, one of the best days for sure of my life, ever.
As good as your wedding?
Turn the camera off. What a great deer, oh my gosh. So happy. Man, that's a really good deer. Really solid. Got everything still on it.
Wow.
That's a miracle of all miracles. That's a really good deer. Oh, man, you know, we have been dreaming. Shane and I have been talking about hunting country like this as long as we've been friends, the last 5-6 years, and we came up here, and I think that every once in a while we get a glimpse of how good life can be, because there's a lot of garbage in the world, and you turn on the news and there's just so much junk, but you get these glimpses of everything clicking together perfect. And sometimes I think that we think that heaven is just this place where we float around on clouds and we think it's going to be great, but the Bible actually teaches that we're going to be in a new earth that's perfect and free of imperfection. That's all sin really is its imperfection. And we're surrounded by it every day, just little imperfections here and there, and just life can just be an absolute mess, and we make mistakes, but we have these glimpses of what it could be like if it was perfect. And I would say that today, with all these elk and this best mule deer I've killed in a long time, I would say this is a glimpse at perfection. And David says in Psalm 16:11 that in God's presence is fullness of joy. Like, that's what's so great about heaven, is that we are going to be in the presence of God. We're not going to need anything else. It's fullness of joy. Everything you could ever want. Perfection. Right there. But if we don't want anything to do with God, we don't want to be with him. He honors that choice. He's a real gentleman. If you don't want perfection, if you don't want joy, then you don't go to heaven. And Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through me. No one gets into heaven. No one gets to this perfection except through me, because we are imperfect. Oh man, this is a perfect day. And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. All we got to do is put our faith in Jesus, and it changes absolutely everything. Dude, look at that deer. Can you believe that thing? That is the best deer I've killed in I don't even know how long. Maybe my life, actually. Father, I thank you for this deer. I thank you for making him, providing him, and giving us the ability to be here. Lord, we just thank you for calling us to this, and I thank you for your great grace and love in our lives. It's just a precious gift. And I thank you for this perfect day that you've made for us. It's blue sky and animals all over the place. It just gives us a glimpse of your glory. And we thank you for that. Pray that you keep us strong over these next couple of days and keep us healthy. And I pray that you would help us just to soak in this moment and how good it really is. In Jesus' name. So rich.
I just want to take a second and thank you all for watching, and I truly hope that you enjoyed this hunt. I hope you all join us next week as we wrap out the rest of this hunt, and Shane and I go steep and deep into some trailless, gnarly backcountry and put the smack down on this 6-point bull. I just want to remind you before you go that it does not matter what you have done. It matters what you do now. This is the grace and the truth of Jesus Christ. Look, the truth is that we've all done things and we're doing things that we're not proud of. And we know deep down that God does not approve of them. God demands perfection for us to enter heaven. Jesus was the perfect one for us. He went to the cross and died in your place. What you deserved for those things that you're ashamed of, for your imperfections, he took them upon himself and died in your place that you may be reconciled to God. And not only did he die in your place, he defeated death and rose from the dead. Look, we're all looking for life. We're all looking for those perfect days. We're all looking for heaven. And the reality is there is no such thing as another way to heaven other than putting your faith in Jesus Christ. Do what needs to be done today, because tomorrow it may be too late. Put your faith in Jesus Christ. It does not matter what you've done. It matters what you do now. But don't run from God. Run to God, because God is the possessor of life. God bless you all, and have a wonderful day.